O Lord, rebuke me not in thine anger, neither chasten me in thy hot displeasure. Have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I am weak. O Lord, heal me, for my bones are vexed. Rebuke me not thine anger, heal me, my bones are vexed. Hear how this psalm begins. Not with worship, not with thanksgiving, with a plea. Rebuke me not in thine anger, neither chasten me in thy hot displeasure. David knows he is under the rod. He does not pretend he is not. He does not ask the rod to be taken away. He asks only that it not be the rod of wrath. Dr. Luther, who preached and wrote on this psalm as the first of the 7 that bear the church's deepest penitence, Luther had a word for what David was feeling. Entfechtung. There is no English word for it. Affliction is too external. Temptation is too light. Despair is too permanent. Entfechtung is the soul's night battle, the hour when God seems angry, when the conscience accuses, when the rod has fallen, and you do not know if the hand is still a father's hand. Have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I am weak. Not wicked, David says here, weak. The penitent does not begin by defending himself. He begins by telling the truth about his own weakness. O Lord, heal me, for my bones are vexed. My soul is also sore vexed. But thou, O Lord, how long, O Lord, how long wilt thou return, O Lord, deliver my soul. Oh, save me for thy mercy's sake. How long, return, O Lord, deliver my soul for thy mercy's sake. My soul is also sore vexed. But thou, O Lord, how long? Luther writes, this is the cry that only a soul in Entfechtung can truly pray. How long? The sinner who has not yet come under the rod does not know the weight of these words. The confident man does not pray this prayer. Only the soul who has been waiting, waiting in the silence, waiting in the dark, waiting for God to return. Only that soul says, how long? And notice what David does not say. He does not say, why? He does not say, am I forsaken? He does not even say, come. He says, how long? Which means, and this is Luther's insight, David still believes he is waiting for God. If he had no faith left, he would stop asking. The very asking is the last thread of faith, holding in the dark. Return, O Lord, deliver my soul. Not for my sake, oh save me, for thy mercy's sake. Das Wort, the word, Luther said, is the only rope that holds in Anfechtung. And the word says, thy mercies. David holds the rope. For in death there is no remembrance of thee. In the grave who shall give thee thanks? I am weary with my groaning all the night long. I make my bed to swim, I water my couch with my tears. No remembrance of the grave. Weary with groaning all the night long, I water my couch with tears. For in death there is no remembrance of thee. In the grave, who shall give thee thanks? This is not resignation. This is not sweet surrender. This is the voice of a man who is afraid he will die in the night. Luther preached this verse in the plague years of Wittenberg, when he watched his people carried out to the pits beyond the city wall. He said, the grave is not a gentle place for the penitent. The grave is where the mouth closes, where the prayer stops, where the voice that might have praised God is silenced. David is not philosophizing about mortality. He is bargaining with God about his own impending death. Lord, if I die in this sickness, if I die under this rod, who will thank you then? Who will remember you? Take me out of the grave, Lord, so that my voice can continue to be a voice that speaks your name. I am weary with my groaning all the night long. I make my bed to swim. I water my couch with my tears. Luther said, this is the holy man's bed, not the bed of the sluggard, not the bed of the sensualist, but the bed of the penitent, swimming in the tears of his own grief, soaked through with the salt of Anfechtung. There is a kind of weeping Luther said, that is the soul's second baptism. The water is tears, the minister is sorrow, and the pastor standing at the bedside is Christ himself, invisible, waiting for the morning. Mine eye is consumed with grief, waxeth old, because of mine enemies. The enemies here are not only men, they are the accusers of the conscience, the devil, the law without gospel, the memory of every sin. They make the eye old, they wear down the soul, and the night is long. All the night long. Grief, it waxeth old, because of all mine enemies. Mine eye is consumed because of grief, waxeth old because of mine enemies. Mine eye is consumed because of grief. Luther notes, the psalmist does not say his grief has ended. He says his eye is consumed, the weeping has done its work on him. He has been emptied. And it is here, at the empty place at the bottom of Anfechtung, that something begins to turn. Not because David is stronger now, not because he has argued his way out of the dark, but because God has heard. Luther said, this is the great miracle of the Psalms, that God hears the weeping. Before the weeping even knows itself as prayer, the tears on the couch, the groaning in the night, the swimming bed, God has been counting them. The psalmist does not yet know this. In the next verse he will find out. But hearing precedes knowing, as the father sees the prodigal, while he is yet a great way off. Need, grace, Luther said, is what arrives before the soul has finished making its case. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity, for the Lord hath heard the voice of my weeping. The Lord hath heard my supplication, the Lord will receive my prayer. The Lord hath heard, he hath received my prayer, my prayer. The Lord hath heard my supplication, he will receive my prayer. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity. what David does the moment he knows. He turns to the accusers, the enemies of the night, the voices of the conscience, the devil himself, and he tells them to leave. He can tell them to leave because something has happened, for the Lord hath heard. Luther seizes on this line as the whole gospel compressed into 4 words. Der Herr hat gehört, the Lord hath heard. Not the Lord will hear, not perhaps the Lord will hear, the Lord hath heard. The weeping that seemed to go nowhere, the prayer that seemed to fall on closed heaven, the cry in the night that no one answered. God heard every word, every tear, every groan too deep for speech. And Luther said, this is how the Christian lives, not by feeling God's presence, not by earning God's hearing, but by trusting the word that says God has heard. The word is the rope, the word is the only rope. When Anfechtung comes again, and it will come again, this is what you cling to, not to your prayer, not to your tears, not to your pious feeling, to the word that says, Der Herr hat gehört. The Lord hath heard my supplication. The Lord will receive my prayer.
Ashamed and sore vexed, let them return and be ashamed suddenly, ashamed suddenly, suddenly ashamed. Let them return and be ashamed, ashamed suddenly, suddenly ashamed. Them return and be ashamed. The Lord hath heard my weeping, my weeping. The Lord hath heard my weeping. My prayer.
So David ends, not with laughter, not with dancing, but with the same quiet conviction. He will carry through the night when it comes again. Let all mine enemies be ashamed, let them return. Luther said, the Christian does not wish his enemies destroyed. He wishes them converted.
Let them return.
Let them be ashamed of what they have done, and let that shame bring them back to the God who receives prayer. The psalm ends in a kind of peace that the world does not make. not the peace of escape, not the peace of denial, not the cabaret peace that laughs at suffering, because it has found an elegant way to live with it. The peace that comes after Anfechtung is different. It is the peace of the man who knows he will have to pray this psalm again, who knows the night will return, who knows his bones will be vexed once more, and his eye will grow old with grief, and his bed will swim again with tears. But he also knows,
because the word has said it,
that when that night comes, he will say again,
how long, O Lord?
and he will not be heard too late. Der Herr hat gehört,
The Lord hath heard,
that is the single rope
the penitent holds
all the night long. It is enough.